You are about to record some sounds or vibrations on your machine. Choose a spot for the sensor where it can stay still while you're recording. It must stay at the exact same place for all the events you want to include in the same model. We recommend that you use the software Audacity to do the recordings or to edit your files. It is a free open source software that you can easily download and use with a USB recording device. First, plug in your recording device to your computer. Do this before opening Audacity, otherwise the device won't be recognized. Next, open Audacity. Here at the bottom, you can see the sample rate of your project. In this case, the sample rate is set to the standard 44.1 kHz. When you upload the files to the OtoSense server software, they need to be in mono, so you can select Mono Recording Channel here. And here, you can select the recording device that you will use for your recordings. In this case, it's the USB audio device. If you're recording with a microphone, you should turn the playback volume off. Otherwise, you may get feedback noise when you record. Here, this cursor is for the recording volume. You can adjust the volume depending on your microphone and depending on the sound of your machine. You can now test this setting by trying your first recording. Press the red circle to record. I can stop right now because, as you can see, the waveform touches the top and the bottom of the track. You may also have seen while we were recording that the bars here went red instead of green. These are two signs of saturation. It's possible that the recording volume was too high, in which case you can lower it down a bit. Another possibility is that the microphone was too close to the machine. You can try to move it slightly further away from the sound source. So let's discard this one, lower down the recording volume, and try again. Perfect. Now the waveform sits in the middle of the track. With some versions of the software, you can stop the recording and start it again. It will resume exactly where you stopped the previous one on the same track. But with some other versions like this one, when you resume the recording, here I start a new recording, you see that it opens a new track, which is not a good thing because when you export your files, these tracks will superpose and combine. So it's safer to export a recording as soon as you stop it. You may end up with more recordings, but at least you'll know exactly what's inside each file. If you want to keep the whole track, you can go to File and Export Audio. You just need to give this file a name and choose the WAV format, 16-bit PCM, and save. I won't do that here because I don't have only the drilling sound on this track. I have some silence at the beginning and at the end of the track, and I don't want to keep these chunks. I only want to keep the target event. So I click and drag to select only the part I want to keep, and then I can export that audio selection. I will call that file drill1 because there will be other recordings to get to 5 minutes. And I make sure I select the WAV format, 16-bit depth, and save it. And that's it. If you want to start a new recording, just discard that track and record a new track.